Okie dokie, here we go. This is my opinion on Lady Isabella's Scandalous Marriage, Book 2 of the Highlander Pleasure series by Jennifer Ashley. So here we go. Synopsis time. This picks up pretty much right after Book 1, The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie. There's the thing if you want to go check that out. And we begin with Isabella going to see her estranged husband Mac and tell him that she has found someone forging his paintings. Mac really doesn't care because he only paints because he enjoys it. He doesn't do it for the money, so he really is pretty flippant about it and going, I don't care if someone's going to sell my paintings, sell paintings that look like mine, fine, whatever, they can keep the money, because he's also filthy stinking rich. He doesn't need the money. So they start going through this. Isabella is all about finding out who is forging his paintings because she cares about his integrity. Mac really doesn't care, but you also find out that Mac can't paint anymore, that he is seriously struggling to paint and he can't do it. None of his paintings are coming out good anymore, and he thinks part of it is because he gave up drink for Isabella because he wants to try to win her back. And you start finding out about their previous relationship, and yeah, they got baggage. I will get into that when I'm done with the synopsis. So they start going back and forth, being pulled closer to each other because somebody out there is impersonating Mac Mackenzie, not just forging his papers, but also, or forging his paintings, but also placing bets for him. And then they burn down his house, and then they attack Isabella, and that is when Mac loses it because he doesn't care who comes after him, but if you attack Isabella, you're done. So throughout this, Isabella and Mac are rekindling their relationship. They end up, there's back and forth of Mac maybe pushing her too far too fast, her going backslashing at him. It goes back and forth. They, shenanigans happen. They end up reconciling at the end. Yay, happy ending, good feels. But man, this one I would say is kind of emotionally draining to get through because Mac and Isabella, you can tell they genuinely love each other, but they both have been hurt. I mean, more Isabella's been hurt too much by Mac to actually, like, yeah, there's a reason they were separated for 3 years, because you find out that Isabella had a miscarriage late in term and Mac wasn't there for her, and when he did show back up he was drunk, and yeah, he was not there for her when she needed him the most, and for her that was the final straw, and she left him after that. So both of them are still dealing with their loss of their baby and dealing with the emotions behind that. And yeah, it's some serious stuff, and it was pretty emotional to read this, that they both are suffering from that loss still. And yeah, it was good. It was good, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of feels in this of dealing with the loss of a child and two people that still love each other, but one is afraid of being hurt again, the other one who has changed, trying to prove that he's changed. Yeah, it was emotionally draining to read, but in a good way. Yeah, that sounds weird. So as far as the forger subplot goes, I wasn't really a fan of it because the whole thing is that it's this guy who he appears to have had a full psychological break and thinks he's Mac Mackenzie. He looks like Max. This is what, because people who don't know Max see him and are like, "Oh yeah, that's Mac Mackenzie. He looks like him, right?" So that subplot I didn't really care for because I don't think it was integrated as well as it could have been. It feels like it pops up every now and then just to smush Isabella and Mac closer together, when I was like, I don't feel like it flowed as well in the narrative as the murder mystery from the last book. It was still really good. I still really liked seeing Mac and Isabella together, and yeah, this was angsty in the best way. And I mean, I'm usually not a big fan of angst, but this, I really enjoyed it. It was very enjoyable. Yeah, you got to be ready to deal with their drama. I will say that. But I still really enjoyed it. The next book up in the series is Cameron, the second eldest Mackenzie's brother, and They introduce who his love interest is in this one, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm still gonna listen to it because I'm curious, because the synopsis doesn't tell you jack about what the story's about. So I'm curious just to see what it is, because there's always, at least in the last two books, there's been some sort of mystery element to it. So I'm kind of curious. I will definitely be listening to Cameron's. I don't know. We'll see how Cameron's goes, and then I'll make a decision if I'm going to listen to the last one for heart. So we shall wait and see on that. But overall, Lady Isabella's Scandalous Marriage, I give it a 4 out of 5. But hey, that's just my opinion. If you disagree, that's totally cool. Leave your comments down below, and I will talk to you guys in a little